In India, curd rice is like an emergency digestive medicine. Loose motion, curd rice. Acidity, curd rice. Feeling bloated, gas issues, curd rice. Food poisoning, curd rice. But is curd rice really healing your gut, or is it delaying diagnosis of another issue? I am Dr. Yoganand Reddy. Please subscribe to this educational channel. In this video, I will break down the science behind curd rice. When it helps, when it can be harmful, what's the best time to eat, and which food combinations you should absolutely avoid. Why is curd rice such a popular dish in India? It feels lighter when you eat. It's bland, not spicy unless you mix it with other foods like pickles. People feel that it cools their stomach, easier to digest. If you look at it from the scientific perspective, curd contains beneficial bacteria like the lactobacillus, Streptococcus thermophilus. Rice in the curd rice provides easily digestible carbohydrates, very little fiber, quick energy. There is logic behind this. So the point is, curd rice is supporting nutrition, but it's not medical treatment as such. Homemade curd has variable bacterial strains, so you can't always have a predictable probiotic count. It's not like a standardized probiotic capsule where you can say this much of curd has got this much of CFU units of lactobacillus. Curd contains beneficial bacteria, but it's nowhere near the quantities that a prescription grade of probiotics can give you. It doesn't mean that you should go and take probiotic capsules regularly. Curd rice has got variety of benefits. It can help with the mild gut imbalance, can support recovery, especially for people recovering from simple viral illnesses. Diarrhea that is of short limiting 2 to 3 days. It can help improve your overall digestion, but cannot fix problems like ulcers, severe gut infections, IBS, inflammatory bowel disease, colitis, Crohn's, or other digestive health issues that might require proper treatment. Food, of course, is important, but it supports the recovery, but it should not replace and it should never delay the diagnosis. One of the common questions in my gastroenterology practice I get asked is, what's the best time to have curd rice? The best time I would suggest is in the afternoon, lunchtime, because the digestive enzymes are strongest in the day. Your body's basal metabolism is higher compared to the night. Fermented foods like curd, yogurt, they are better tolerated in the earlier part of the day. So why not late in the evening, late night? Many people feel that when they take curd rice or curd at night, it can worsen their bloating. It can cause a delay in the gastric emptying, so it's sitting in the stomach for longer. So that kind of gives them that heavy feeling. And for those people who have some degree of lactose intolerance, they will experience more bloating in the evening, because generally some amount of air, the gas gets built up through the course of the day. So if they have curd rice, especially later in the evening or in the night, they tend to experience more bloating. Certainly for people who have reflux, sinus problems, they don't like curd at night because they feel that it gives them congestion issues. Especially in gastroesophageal reflux patients, I certainly see many reporting that taking curd rice in the night worsens their acidity, their bloating. For people who suffer from bloating, IBS and reflux, if there is one time they should eat curd rice, that would be in the afternoon rather than at night, as a moderate portion along with the other food, so it has to be well balanced. One of the mistakes people make is the combinations that go with the curd rice. Just because curd rice is considered simple, healthy, you can't just mix it with too much of spices, pickles. Some people go very heavy on the spicy pickle. They add salt. They want to have a bit of spice in it, so they will put chilies. Many South Indians like to put some tempering seasoning, or what we call as tadka. But at times, having too much of oil in that, or it can make it somewhat unhealthy. So try and avoid taking curd rice with deep fried foods like fried chicken, this bhaji, bondas, pakoras, chips. This increases the fat load. It can delay your digestion, sits in the stomach for longer, mixing with this other food that is harder to break down, and thereby it can worsen your bloating. Same applies with heavy non-vegetarian gravies. If you're taking mutton, red meat, or these greasy dishes like butter chicken, if you mix it with curd rice, it confuses your digestion. It can increase the acidity, worsen your reflux. Also try and avoid milk or combining with kheer, because it has already got milk, sugar in it, and many Indian sweets have milk. So there is excess of lactose load on your gut. So this causes that bloated feeling, that heaviness, more gas. So moderation is the key. Important question, when is curd rice harmful, or when can it worsen symptoms? Lactose intolerance is becoming increasingly common in Indians. Nowadays, in cities like Bangalore, where I practice, so many people we see having some degree of lactose intolerance. Every time they take milk, dairy products, including curd, they start to get a lot of this bloating, excess of gas, farting, loose motions, feeling uncomfortable. Although curd has got less lactose compared to milk, it still contains lactose. For people who have severe lactose intolerance, they should avoid curd rice because, especially if it starts to bring on their symptoms, if you're unsure whether you do have intolerance or not, a lactose breath test can simply demonstrate whether there is genuine lactose intolerance or not. Secondly, IBS, irritable bowel. This set of people already have issues with sensitive gut, so they have this bloating, rumbling sounds in the stomach, feeling uncomfortable, cramping. Some of my patients with IBS, they say the moment they take kind of cut out milk and dairy, they start to feel better. So there is like heightened sensitivity for dairy products. We cannot blanketly just say that avoid curd in these people because it has got a wider benefit. We have to individualize the advice. In people with SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, where there is excess of this bacteria in the wrong place, adding more fermented foods like curd rice sometimes can worsen the bloating. To confirm the SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, we perform simple breath test by giving sugar liquid and see if the rise in the hydrogen gas happens. And this kind of thing can be treated promptly rather than avoiding dairy products, assuming that you might be intolerant to dairy. The other group I see commonly is the acid reflux patients who feel that by taking curd rice, some of them feel better because it is soothing, others feel it is acidic for them, and it troubles especially for those who tend to indulge curd rice at night. For those patients, if they really want to enjoy curd rice, as I mentioned, afternoon is your best time. Avoid taking it at night, or take in smaller portions and make sure it's not over fermented, so it should not be too sour. Biggest mistake people make in our country is eating curd rice for months together, ignoring their gut symptoms like weight loss, blood in the stool, loose motions repeatedly, intermittently having vomiting, abdominal pain, many serious conditions including inflammatory bowel disease, colon cancers, liver disease, pancreatic disease, and other intolerances like gluten allergy can be easily missed because they've been delaying presenting to the right specialist and keep on taking curd rice thinking that their problem is going to go away by having this simple food. How do you enjoy curd rice in a healthy manner? Firstly, you need to ensure that you're able to tolerate dairy products. Try and have homemade curd if possible. If you do buy it from outside, make sure you buy the unsweetened curd only. Take in moderate quantities, don't overdo it. Just because you have a slight stomach upset, you can't be taking curd in the morning, afternoon and night. Too much of lactose load is not going to be good for the gut. You can add some roasted cumin, jeera. You can add small amount of grated carrot, pomegranates to flavor for better taste of the curd rice instead of adding too much salt or putting too many pickles. Prefer in the midday for the lunch time and keep it light. Enjoy it as part of the balanced meal rather than just eating a whole plate of simply curd rice. Curd rice is a fantastic, good, whole, traditional Indian food, but it's not a medicine. Use it wisely. If you do have persistent gut symptoms, don't delay because curd rice can only help you support the issue temporarily. If you have issues of digestive problems, don't self-diagnose and start delaying getting the right treatment, especially if they're going on for weeks and months thinking that you can get it solved by eating curd rice. Thank you.